This video was definitely not sponsored by the Bethany Corporation. Wait, what the f gave me this script? Yeah, Bethany is kinda cool, but also annoying sometimes. Let's see if she has the odds of winning. The New Testament tells of 3 siblings, Mary of Bethany, Martha of Bethany, and Lazarus of Bethany, all living in one village named Bethany. Wait, the village is named Bethany and not the fucking person? What the fuck, Debs? Were you on fucking crack when you named the character? What? Why the fuck is she named after village? She is described in 2 incidents: the revival of her brother Lazarus, the atoning of Jesus. After Lazarus was revived, the whole family prepared a dinner for Jesus as an honor. The 12th chapter of John talks about this. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with the fragrance of her perfume. So let me just say this. It would be totally okay for Bethany to have a feet fetish. No, you will not fucking convince me otherwise. Alright, so Bethany starts with the Book of Virtues, a passive 4-room charge item. What does a passive item need to be charged? Didn't you misspoke, you fucking crap? No, fucko! If you look at my list of items, there it is! It's a passive acting like an active item. So, yeah, cope plus you when you use Book of Virtues, you spawn a wisp that shoots spectral tears that deal around 2 damage. They have 2 health, can deal contact damage and block tears, but they take damage from those sources and get destroyed when they have no health left. You can have up to 26 wisps that circle all around you, providing you some good protection. Now, some crazy scientist might come and say, so this is how I achieve world domination! I can build up my wisps with Bethany, and then with soul hearts, I will be unstoppable! And I will defeat every single human on this earth! Well, a fellow Grzegorz Przęciszkiewicz here doesn't know about 2 things. 1, Bethany cannot have soul hearts or black hearts, so if she gets damage, she will get damage into red hearts, losing on a devil deal or an angel deal. And 2, the wisps are fucking fragile, dude. They die almost immediately because they have so little health, so it's actually hard to build the protection up. This might be just a skill issue, but hear me out. Your hitbox kind of gets bigger with the wisps, so yeah, more opportunities to lose them, leaving you exposed. And then you have to deal with a lot of the bullshit of the game, facing them head on with red hearts. Manage to keep your chances that deals now. Expect the bullshit that the game throws at. Well, I guess I gotta learn how to play better and expect the bullshit that the game throws at me, because thanks to Book of Virtues, Bethany utilizes a lot more angel deals during her run. Plus, the first deal you're going to get will always be an angel run, again thanks to Book of Virtues. Now, we can argue over if devil deals or angel deals are better, but what depends more on is how frequently they appear. In my opinion, devil deals are better because they appear more often, thus giving you more chances at powerful deals. Plus, come on! The quarter is there! That's an item that you would definitely bring with. But that argument falls apart when you have the Book of Virtues, so enjoyers of angel deals can play Bethany and be safe that you'll get your desired breath of life. Or secret life, or however that item is called. I've already mentioned that the wisps provide adequate protection against enemies, so if you manage to keep them, you're likely not going to take damage. Plus, from my personal experience, Bethany made me a lot more focused and made me better at the game. which can serve as practice for harder characters like Tainted Jacob and Tainted Last, which again require more skill and more focus to complete them. There isn't really a lot of danger when playing as Bethany, so you can focus on just getting better, to get good, to get rid of your skill issue, because you have tons of it! Plus, do you remember the thing about not being able to use soul hearts and black hearts as health? Well, you can still use them, somewhat. You'll see you're able to utilize them as soul charges. That's this counter right here. Also, how did I manage to get 10 luck without perfection? What the fuck? You can notice that after using an active item or a Book of Virtues, you can use it again? Yes, those blue lines are solo charges, and you can either use an active item earlier or outright immediately using those solo charges. And if you saw the trailer video for Book of Virtues, you know what I'm going to talk about here. Due to the fact that the Book of Virtues is an passive item, you can actually take an active item, which combines the two of them into a unique synergy. Each active item, depending on how long you charge it, has different wisps that vary in health and damage. If you go back to Undying Birth, and yes, I know, tired of hearing it in these videos, Book of Virtues didn't have this ability. It had some interactions with soul hearts and black hearts themselves, although that only applied to Bethany. But the book also had a 2-room charge, so hey, you win some, you lose some. One thing that the Book of Virtues rework actually did was making, well, dark shit active items actually sort of useful and good. Let's take Bomb Detonator as an example. By itself, it's an active item that nobody willingly buys, but when used with Book of Virtues, the Tears of the Wisps can be detonated in mid-air, just like detonated bombs from afar. That explosive damage is actually pretty massive if you have the entire circle filled out with bomb detonator wisps. I have to note that the wisps also become invincible when Isaac negates damage, so that means that getting an active item that grants you invincibility is a good idea. For example, let's talk about Unicorn Stamp and Book of Shadows. Unicorn Stamp wisps only deal contact damage when the item is active, and that damage also isn't that great due to this equation, but when you get a large number of them and are able to quickly deal damage with many wisps as possible, most enemies die from the use of Unicorn Stamp. Book of Shadows wisps block Tears completely. They don't take damage from it and deal contact damage equal to Isaac. Of course, it takes longer to build them up, but the effect is somewhat the same. Glass Cannon has wisps that deal 8 tear damage, which is an exception among wisps. Unlike other time-charged active items, they do persist between rooms. But of course, there's a caveat to that. When one of the wisps takes damage, all of them disappear, so you have to be really careful not to lose them. They are quite easy to build up if you are careful enough, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. The Bible gets a pretty useful buff paired with the Book of Virtues. The wisps have homing, lower shot speed, and their tears look like tears from Sacred Heart. However, they do not have more damage. Still, that makes the Bible more takeable, which is always nice. And as a last example, Mystery Gift grants one random wisp that, if destroyed, can regenerate and turn into another random wisps. So you essentially have one permanent wisp. Pretty cool. And there's so much more that I can't list because it would make it into another fucking video, and I'm already running late, so... Character review. Fuck, I should have included that joke earlier. Bethany, the most popular with Simps and Angel Room players, and that's okay. I also kinda like Bethany. Not her hair though, it really looks like a fucking wig. The main thing that makes her unique and entertaining to play is her synergies with Book of Virtues. You're not going to likely come across it naturally with any other character, so it's nice that you get this opportunity. In my opinion, it also makes her quite good practice with trying to focus and trying to get good for harder characters like Tainted Last and Tainted Jacob. In my opinion, Bethany has the art of winning.